question, and it comes from Allison from YouTube, or it might be Alacan. I hope I'm pronouncing that properly. Did they interview peeps from the frat house? And let me tell you, I will answer that question. I'll take that one. Yes, they have. And I've spoken to people at the Sigma Chi house where Ethan was a member and where Xana and Ethan attended the party that night at the Sigma Chi house on November 12th, just a short distance away from the house where the murders occurred. Ethan lived at the frat house, Xana at her home on King Road with Maddie and Kaylee, and those people have been interviewed, and we've been told by the president of Sigma Chi that they are cooperating with law enforcement and have told them everything they know. So that's what we've been told. Imran, this.
Today I wanted to talk a bit about how the frats could be involved, especially the Sigma Chi fraternity, since there was a party going on that night. On the left we have David B. He's one of the people mentioned in the 4chan, although it was written by an anonymous person. David B. was Ethan's tutor, and he's a physics tutor. He talks a lot about DEAD. He and David Lodge have had sick fantasies of unaliving people. Allegedly, that was what was said by the anonymous person who wrote 4chan article. They had more motives than anyone. I believe it's the frats, allegedly, and a former frat, Schwalter, most likely. Not accusing anyone, just pointing out what I see. This is the third time within 2 years and 2 months I've gone back to the case on the beginning, and every time the results turn out to be the same. The frats were under a microscope in the beginning. They did not have any cameras, allegedly, outside the fraternity. Others would have known who were the 4 figures running to the frats from Kings Road area. David B., his mother is a paralegal. Someone in his family owns a cleaning company. All this was mentioned in the 4chan. We have David Lodge, and it seems like they both were not at the grub truck that night when Kaylee and Maddie were there. So where were they? They were allegedly in a fight with the couple, Xana and Ethan. Seems like the frats are scared of them. Nobody's going to talk anyway. So there were people on foot and people on cars or vehicles, I believe. In my opinion only. This is for educational purpose only. Trigger warning, this is what David B. Baracho put up on his TikTok. He and David L. were really fascinated in death. And he was a physics tutor. Allegedly. I wanted to share with you all some Facebook texts in the beginning. This one is called I Date You When You Sleep. Wow. Is he going to delete people when they sleep? He says, saw a thing. BMW is in luxury style SUV car without stay plates. Looks semi-familiar, so I think it's a closed state like Montana, Utah, I think. Tinted windows around 1:30 a.m. Saturday night. on Cornell Queen. And Anne noticed that spot was empty on Sunday and replaced by cops on Sunday. Seems sus now as someone who lives here. The non-resident cars usually stand out to me, but I was child. Wonder if that is Enon Hush or somebody else. So he saw this semi-familiar luxury style SUV car with tinted windows parked downstairs at 1:30 a.m. and then later on it was replaced by the police. Could the suspect have come on that car? That's strange. Now this person has left interesting comments. Gerald Gauci, Hardcore Hangout. He said, investigation into the Idaho student murders has reached the point of critical mass being achieved. The prime person of interest. But because of initial Ellie missteps and local Ellie's failure to timely pursue certain key evidence, there's strong doubt about having a winnable case. In other words, they messed up. They messed up with the evidence, so it's hard to get a winnable case. The same guy again, he says, Gerald says, source in Moscow, ID telling me that new evidence was found today in Idaho student's murder case, namely some trace DNA. So this is when they got the first DNA discovered in the bathroom, where the killer may have washed off the blood from the arteria, spruting as he went mentally killing the four. Wow. So there was trace DNA found in the toilet, allegedly. That is strange. But if they had that trace DNA, and if it was Brian Christopher Koberger's, then they would have proper DNA. Or more DNA on him. So it can't be his, the way I believe. Something's not right. Gerald says again, lengthy time of splashing water sound made it stand out for her. Not that there was activity in the bathroom at the time, but that was so consistently intense, according to my Moscow ID source. This fits with the perp washing off the worst of the arterial blood spray. So when the guy was washing his hands and trying to stop the arterial vein from sprouting out blood, I guess, he left behind touch DNA. I wonder if that is under the gag order. I always thought they should have found some kind of DNA in the house because he was going out from one person to another. He deleted 4 people. This does make sense. Let me know what y'all think. These were all the articles going on in the very beginning of the case. So Gerald is a Florida reporter. He was working on the Gabby Petito case and Brian Laundrie. So he could have some relevancy of what he's saying. I don't think it's far-fetched. So he broke this news. You can see how accurate he is, 89%. His credibility. And he said this 2 days before the news was released. Now, this is one of the most interesting comments he left behind, Gerald Gauci. He said, investigators today are concentrating on the highly unusual type of mutilation of one of the victims and the possible reasons why the person was singled out for such exception. Post-mortem brutality again goes to motive and identity. Now, I have heard that before, that one of the victims was mutilated. Trigger warning, guys. I don't mean to disrespect the 4 victims, may they rest in peace. But I've heard that plenty of times. The Maddie was mutilated. And there's many articles about that on Facebook or many different places like Reddit and Twitter and such things. But I wasn't thinking much to it. But I remember even there was somebody who wrote on Facebook that Jack D was the last to be ruled out, Jack Deco, because the police believe he was one who did it, but allegedly they wanted to know why Maddie got it worse than Kaylee. I've heard that and seen that in many articles. So this is strange to hear this from a reporter too. So who was the main target? Was it Kaylee or was it Maddie? We know that Xana fought for life, so it wasn't Xana who was mutilated. May they rest in peace. Who had so much hate for these 4 victims to delete them out in such a way? Does make sense. May they rest in peace. And that's what we're working for, to get the correct justice. I don't feel comfortable talking about such things either. But when I'm showing you all the grab truck and the white cars driving and parking and all the weird behavior going on, that is just to get closer to who the person who could have really done it is. I personally feel like Hannah Clay's case, the motive being revenge is involved. Somebody was out to brutally unalive these 4 beautiful souls. So it's really something to wonder. And since Hannah Clay's brother allegedly was driving a 2017 white Hyundai Elantra, raises the bar higher to look into him and the frat boys because of the fight Xana and Ethan had with them allegedly, and the 4 figures running. Trigger warning. But if they were writing this on the 4chan, I can clearly see motives, targets, and I believe all 4 victims were targets. Maybe 3 were the targets of Sigma Chi, but Kaylee was definitely the target of maybe allegedly Hoodie Guy, Adam, or Jack Deco. Allegedly. Where was BK? And why was he driving around those areas is an important question too. And I intend to investigate a bit more about BK, but it's just that there's so much to see with the frats, the Jacks, the Davids, that it's important to rule them out, I believe, in my personal opinion. But I just see nothing but red flags going on the grub truck and the Benfield and the corner club. So I found a clear recording, a clear video where you clearly hear Showalter saying, "We are going to get you, Maddie."
Again,
Maddie, what did he tell Adam? I told Adam everything. But right before that, Showalter tells Maddie, we're going to get you for that, Maddie. We're going to get you for that, Maddie. She said, Maddie, what did he tell Adam? I told Adam everything. What were they going to get Maddie for? Pay attention to this white truck. I believe this is the white truck that just came from the corner club, because I showed you all in the previous clip a white truck parked outside the corner club. You see it in the reflection. Now, what is interesting is this black truck. It's a bit smaller, but could it be the one on Taylor Avenue? The one that passes by the cops at 3 a.m. in the morning, 3:44, 3 a.m. and 44 seconds. Was it another one? But you have the white truck here. It is a black truck. So could it be this black truck? Jack D's black truck that his uncle is driving? Or DM is black truck? Which one is it? We have all heard from the very beginning that the white truck is Jack D's. And I have heard plenty of time that he owned a white Hyundai Elantra, 2011 to 2013 model. What was happening at the corner club that night? Yes, that could be actually the black truck. Pay attention to Hoodie Guy. He has his jacket open there. By the grub truck, he has his hands in his pocket, or he has his hands folded. He seems to be hiding whatever could be in his jacket. It's heartbreaking just to know that was the last hours of Maddie and Kaylee's life in this world. So you can see Adam Lauder is Maddie's friend on TikTok. Maddie had 41 41.8K followers. That's a lot. Both Kaylee and Maddie had Adam Lauder as their friend. Pay attention to the car that's driving in front of Kings Road. That light there. That was at 2:55 and 39 seconds. It's the police body cam. Sorry that it's shaky. But you can see that light comes on and goes off. It's coming down the hill. And then you will see the black truck in a couple of minutes' time. So I wonder if that black truck was the black truck we saw in front of the grub truck, corner club, I mean. Who's Kaylee texting, I wonder? Maddie seems to be upset. Wow.